You may like it, you may not. It's a plan that would be less money going to the state of Texas and a little extra money staying with you if you're a homeowner or a business owner. That's if two chambers in the Texas legislature and the governor come together. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and the chair of the Senate Finance Committee, Jane Nelson of Flower Mound in North Texas, had said they wanted to give $4 billion in tax relief as part of the 2016-2017 budget cycle. And today, they came forward with a proposal to give $4.6 billion in relief. It comes in a trio of bills, including one from State Senator Charles Schwertner, who represents most of the Brazos Valley. House leaders say they are going to have tax cut proposals north of $4 billion as well. But today it was Senators Nelson and Schwertner's chances to explain what they want to do.
Our base budget, as Lieutenant Governor Patrick says, included a placeholder for $4 billion in tax relief. Today, I filed, just a moment ago, Senate Bill 1, which provides nearly $2.5 billion in property tax relief through a homestead exemption for Texas homeowners. When the homestead exemption was increased in 1997, that was the last time we had an increase, it went from $5,000 to $15,000. That was, at that time, approximately 17% of the state's median home value. Home values obviously have risen through the years, but homestead exemption has remained flat. So, Senate Bill 1 sets the exemption at 25% of the state's home median value. Remember, I'm saying median, not medium. The home median value, and that will be determined by the Legislative Budget Board. For fiscal year 2016, that value is anticipated to be approximately $134,500, resulting in an exemption of approximately $33,625. In 2017, it is right now projected, and these are, again, Legislative Budget Board Comptroller working with us on these numbers, but it's projected that the median home market value will be $143,915. So the exemption would be $35,979. And then in future years, it will go up or down along with property values in the state. Because this will require an amendment to the Constitution, I also filed SJR 1 seeking voter approval of this increase to the homestead exemption. In addition, SJR 1 will constitutionally prohibit the establishment of any tax on the sale of real estate. That's what SJR 1 does. And that's intended, obviously, to prevent future Texans from being priced out of home ownership. We plan to have SJR 1 on the ballot by September so that we can get this relief to taxpayers by 2016. Business tax relief is also a major priority this session of this legislature, and with that in mind, I filed Senate Bill 7. This bill provides about $1.5 billion in franchise tax relief for businesses, and it very simply reduces the rate by 15% permanently.
For many small and medium-sized Texas businesses, the state franchise tax represents an unreasonable and unnecessary tax and compliance burden that only serves to limit job growth and stifle new investment. That's why, earlier this morning, I filed Senate Bill 8, also known as the Small Business Tax Relief Act. Senate Bill 8 will raise the franchise tax's current $1 million total revenue exemption to $4 million. And in doing so, will completely eliminate the business franchise tax for over half of all Texas businesses that are currently subject to the tax. The Texas Comptroller's Office estimates that Senate Bill 8 will provide over $380 million in tax relief each year, while exempting over 61,000 small businesses that would otherwise be subject to this taxation. These small businesses represent over 52% of the entities currently required to remit payment under the franchise tax system. Furthermore, this fiscally responsible approach to tax relief can be achieved with only a modest impact to Texas state revenue. The Texas Comptroller's Office estimates that raising the total revenue exemption to $4 million will result in less than an 8% decrease in overall revenue collected by the franchise tax. We all understand that the state's onerous business franchise tax disproportionately affects those small and medium-sized Texas businesses struggling to make ends meet, particularly in those industries marked by high gross receipts but marginal overall profits. Senate Bill 8 provides meaningful tax relief to the small businesses who need it most, while still maintaining a balanced budget. It just makes sense.